Hello and welcome. I'm the Restless Kaiser.
I'm James Workshop.
Together we are Modelling for Advantage. I'm loving the thing you've done.
Thanks.
It really is sort of spicing up the experience.
Consistency. Yeah.
Konflikt 47.
It's a game, innit?
We've had this box since it was released. You and I haven't had a chance to get down. You're a lot more fizzy about this than I am. I saw them at the UK Games Expo.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and they had a big display table and many, many beautiful things. So, do you want to tell them what comes in a box? Is it actually written on the box what comes in the box?
It's written on the back.
On the back this time,
Yeah,
not the
it's
front.
on the back, not on the front. Yeah, Warlord Games, Konflikt 47, they've taken to printing on the back. It seems like
Because in bolt action, the back is clear.
It is, it's just perfectly pure.
Let's go.
So, a rulebook, a resin hero for each force, so one each. 12 multi-part plastic Firefly airborne infantry, so that'd be the Americans. 6 multi-part Stahlstruppen, which is big mechs for the
They sound German.
Yeah, they do. A multi-part M2A5 linebacker medium walker. A Vogel spinner light walker. Which is which? Which do you think?
I'm going with the Vogel spinner, sounding very American.
4 multi-part plastic Konflikt 47 ruined buildings.
We need to look at that.
We do need to look at that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Decal sheets, templates, assembly guides, a full-colour double-sided gaming map, a dice bag, 8 order dice, 8 rift dice, 10 six-sided dice bases, and a QR code.
And a QR code.
Very important
QR code? Well, I mean, who would have guessed it?
I imagine it's the instructions.
All right. In one slick manoeuvre, he has unsheathed the toy.
The plastic's off, buddy.
Right. Box art. It's very black. It's very dark.
Grim dark.
What are we saying?
I think that this doesn't look like any kind of World War II at all.
It looks very sort of alien.
It does.
Or aliens.
It does. And around the box as well, because they got all of this.
The wiggly woo. Right.
Wiggly woggle.
So as I understand it, this is Warlord Games sort of World War weird setting. This is like the war went on for a bit longer. Everything that Nikolai Tesla ever thought or imagined in his wildest dreams all works 100%.
Every time.
Let's get it on there. Let's get it in there.
Any silly things that you've ever read about what might have potentially happened after World War II, like the Germans having zombies,
Zombie Nazis,
and werewolves.
obviously. Yeah,
all just happened, and it's in
it
this
all
game.
happened in this game.
There's a rule book which is wrapped on its own.
No, but that's good.
It is
because it protects it.
I'll leave that. There is an unbranded dice bag.
But at least
Very
you
important.
get one.
Love
yes.
Don't have to put it in a fez like an
Let's
anime.
have a look at this one. I don't have the hardback Konflikt 47 rule, but I'm going to take a punt on the fact that, because they've started doing this with their other things, these softback rules are this
It's
is
got to be because of the tiny text.
This is an A5 version of the full rules. Looks like it's all there. It's laid out nicely.
It's a pretty book, and it's clearly distinct from the bolt action book as well. It's got its own visual interest.
It's got its own visual,
method.
but it does have a picture of a dildoid Cromwell with some sort of Tesla vibrator. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what this is all about, isn't it?
It is about the dildoids.
It is about a lot of dildoid
Nikola
guns.
Tesla's personal dildo collection.
Yeah. And walkers.
And walkers, which now have
walkers.
legs, so have crotches.
So it's about Konflikt 47 then. It's based upon bolt action, but it's going its own way. I think they've got Andy Chambers is now working on it.
Makes
so like Alessio Cavatore is very much the bolt action guy. And Andy Chambers has taken what was bolt action, Konflikt 47, and they're moving it in its own direction. So that they're both, the heirs of Rick Priestley, but they can take the games in different ways, which I think that they're probably they're very different settings.
Yeah. Early on, those two were quite different games developers as well, so I can see why they'd be.
So this is our play mat.
Yeah.
Can I just say?
Looks like a 2x3. Well, it's an A2 sheet, right?
Yeah. It's
A1
bigger than
sheet.
two
It's an A1
A3s.
sheet, yeah.
It's bigger than two A3s. So, there's a play mat.
This is perfect for video.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's double-sided.
It is.
Look, I like this
It's a good mat.
2 reasons. I think any introductory set should include a bloody playmat.
Definitely agree.
It doesn't cost you a lot to put it in. And for beginner, you remember what it was like when you were a kid? You've got a kitchen table and 4 unpainted miniatures, one of which the arm fell off. A playmat really lifts that game.
It's a nice mat. It's very paper.
But this one is to the city. This is the ruins of Central Europe or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. And this is just tank tracks in the desert.
Tank tracks on the mud.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I think that's a sweet playmat.
I'd use that.
For what comes in. And they are separated by
A layer of protection.
By a layer of protection.
Protection for your deal.
We've got a box topper. So we've got our paper components separated from the plastic scratchy bits underneath. Brilliant. Would just say also though, compared to a lot of Warlord products, that's actually presentation. There's a consistent style and art style and theme to the book, the box, the box topper.
Right. Let's organise this.
Do you want to show them the hors d'oeuvre look? This is what you will be confronted with when you go in. Yours may or may not fall out in the way that ours did. Very nice.
Excellent. Okay.
So we got that's it. Resin dudes,
pin markers, lots of varied dice. Oh, sorry. We'll come back to them. We got.
I know what they are.
An interestingly sized base, like a 30mm round.
I'm going to say that's a 40
for the Stahl Truppen.
Ooh, they're beastly.
They are very large models. And then we've got your Fireflies, not Sherman. Then we've got the Walker, which was a Vogelspinner Spider. Then we've got the M2A5 linebacker. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's American.
Bases.
Just the regular 25mm bases.
4 sprues, 4 identical sprues of
Ruin.
Ruin corners.
I've got to say, well, let's hold fire on that.
Yeah. Then your templates. Then more bases. Big base for you.
That's for your That's for your linebacker.
I think it's the linebacker. I think the Vogelspinner doesn't come on a base
because it's too wide.
Then we've got
we've got some decals.
Ooh, very nice. You can have a look at them. Thank you very much, Vaz.
Vaz, very good. Not Mirella in this case.
Paperwork. Lots of paperwork.
Oh, so they look like American decals. They're American infantry decals.
Oh, that's cool. Anyway.
These are Axis decals. So they're going... So the iconography around the Axis vehicles, it's not got swastikas on it.
No.
It's kind of red and black though.
It's quite
and
fangy.
Some Balkan crosses, a little bit fangy. So they're maybe trying to move away from the kind of Nazi iconography a little bit. But you've got vehicle decal sheet, and then this is like they do for their bolt action infantry decal sheet. And it's got tiny like shoulder boards and epaulets and things like that for you to mark them up with, and same for the Americans.
Very nice.
So,
okay,
nice.
We'll get to the vehicles in a bit.
It's good that they put the decals in, because I think in a lot of people's starter sets, Warlord are not guilty of this, but a lot of people, they skimp on things like this in the starter set that they include in all of their other boxes. So it's good to see them in there when there's 4 of them, because I think they're just being cheap without it.
So, most important thing in the box, we've got our QR code.
We've got the QR code, boom. Which is going to take you to their website.
To sign up for their newsletter.
Oh yeah, the newsletter would be good.
It's super important. The rest of the paperwork, beyond the rulebook, is you have an instruction booklet, a separate full-colour instruction booklet for each one of the units that are in this box.
Oh, there's literally a booklet for each one. Oh.
Yeah. Instructions and representative models for each one, which is pretty rad.
So this is quite a departure for that, and these again, they've got a consistent art style. The instructions look pretty good. The number of options looks decent on some of those infantry. So this is surprising. This is not repurposed other people's stuff. It even told you in there which decal sheet you needed, by the way, on there. These are the decals for this vehicle, which is nice. When you've got a set like this.
Yeah, and it tells you how to put them on. Deco application guide. You think that most people would know how to do that by now, but this is a starter set. Why would most people know how to do that by now?
No, I just think that people, there's 20 different systems for putting decals on. My best advice for putting decals on is to ask John to do them.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Because often when we're chatting, I said, John will put the decals on while I'm doing something on the computer. I found that works the best.
Nice.
Yes. I just want to say about the rule book. I was going to look up something that came up earlier when you looked at the dice. B, proper index.
So void dice, I think they were called.
Void dice, sir. So you want to show them the dice and the void dice.
Notably, that bag is not unbranded.
No, so you can buy a branded bag. Obviously, unfortunately, the section for void dice that I've looked up just shows me a picture of a void dice. Doesn't tell me what they do. Rift dice, not void dice.
Sorry.
Rift dice 56.
So it is, as far as I can tell, the same American dice as you would have for the normal Americans. The same German order dice as you would have for the Germans. These are some weird D6s. Look at them. You ever seen a 9mm D6 before?
They do usually chuck in some really cheap D6s, I've got to say.
Love that. The sound of that. Plastic right there. Well, they roll.
Right.
A pile of these Rift dice. In, I'm assuming, 2 different colours.
Oh. Yes. Okay,
cool.
So they're actually markers.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They have different effects in different ways.
Yeah.
But basically, the Rift dice follow a unit with some kind of special ability that uses this Rift power in some way. It might drag one of these around with it until it uses the power.
Occasionally it does that, and occasionally it does that.
That kind of thing.
Right.
Nice. So much in the same way as the order dice are markers, the Rift dice, and they've given you presumably one for each unit because there's 4 of each colour.
4 of each colour. Well, yeah.
But it's an interesting approach to saying that it's a status marker.
It's a status
basically,
marker.
rather than being a bit of cardboard. But I think it did say when I looked it up, it said it doesn't normally go in the bag. So that kind of implies that it can, under certain situations, be part of it. I mean, I don't intend to sort of sit here and read the rules.
It's an extra
during the course of the video.
That's interesting, and you might see it in the future.
Reflecting the uniqueness of the situation. Absolutely.
Right. Let's have a look at the fireflies.
Well, I was just going to get rid of all the basic bits.
Yeah, go for it then.
Yeah, the core components, that's right. So these are your pin markers, so presumably it uses a similar mechanic. These have come with most of their start sets, but again, rather than giving you a few bits of cardboard, they've given you these. Nice. They've got a little dial on them to show you how many pins. It's quite difficult to read, though. We just tend to have a whole bunch of these. But it may be you need to use that if the numbers get high. I think the kind of weapons power is kind of turned up to 11 in this compared with bolt action. But they've given you some pin markers, which again is nice, and they've given you the nice ones. So unit wise then,
so we've got the US Firefly Squad.
The US Firefly Squad, 2 identical sprues.
Yeah.
There's 6 different pairs of legs, but it looks like there's only 3 upper bodies.
Oh, okay. Because you've got full bodies and then... Oh, right, okay. It's if you don't want to use the jumping legs, I'm guessing.
Yeah. that kind of... Oh, yes. Because we've got 3 pairs of legs which are doing that. How do I show that I'm a jump troop? Is I'm actually standing on a rock, so I'm higher up. Which
in this game presumably is a disadvantage. Because you can probably be seen at that point if you're behind something. So
maybe.
It's an in-box option to model for advantage.
So these guys, I mean, you know, this is not a World War II sprue, so it's difficult to know, but it looks like the weapon options are a bit more limited.
Yeah.
In that there aren't many more weapons than there are guys. There seem to be like law type bazooka type weapons.
They're called ATRDs. Yeah.
Yeah, and many of them don't have hands, so whether you can just slung those over the shoulder or something.
It's an equipment option.
Right.
Yeah. There's Brownings, just standard Brownings. Browning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Thompson M1X2.
That seems to be what most of them are going to have,
Yep.
by the looks of things.
Yeah, which is a laser Tommy gun.
A laser Thompson. If the Thompson wasn't gangster enough for you, this one's a freaking laser Thompson.
And then a flamethrower.
Yeah, I can see there's a flamethrower here.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting combination in terms of how they're assembled, because there's a mixture of these legs and then attach an upper body to are a bit more reminiscent of a classic Space Marine type design. So you can twist the torsos a little bit. The arms, there's a mixture of, some of them have got both arms attached to. So with the Thompsons, most of them, you're just basically clipping the arms to the side of the body and you're good to go. But there's other options where you've got arms or fragments of arms which you assemble together to use the other equipment, like the flamethrower.
Yeah, the Thompson, the flamethrower, and the ATRD all come with a separate arm.
Yeah, a separate arm that goes with them. You've got lots of little bits of extra equipment on here.
Yeah.
And some of these are, like, we've got a hand with a flare gun, a hand with a knife.
There's a mine.
There's somebody carrying a landmine.
Yeah.
Some description.
There's also a pointing hand. Very important.
Pointing hand?
There's a pointing hand.
That's how you know who's in charge,
Yep.
having the pointing hand.
Well, I mean, there's competition for who's in charge, because there's one with a cigar as well, by the looks of it.
Right, cigar is rad.
Yeah.
So, these guys are... They've got covered faces.
Mostly. There are uncovered faces as well.
So these guys are wearing gas masks with covers.
There's gas mask with helmet, gas mask with flight hat.
Yeah, there's a couple of those.
There's a couple of them that have just gas mask, and then there's one that's just goggles. There's loads of options.
Yeah, there's quite a few heads on here.
I wonder if gas mask is an upgrade, so you've got both options.
Right.
Interesting. Wouldn't know.
But you can definitely do the, like, Sergeant doesn't wear a helmet and is pointing, though, in that.
While still wearing a gas mask.
And then you've got these huge flight packs.
Yeah,
which
are cool.
They look really heavy.
Repulsor lifts is what they call them.
See, Tesla had figured out anti-gravity as well, obviously, and it all works, it's fine. So you've had a bit of a look at this, then. Compare this. This looks a lot nicer than some of the Antares plastics that I'd seen. They were very, very limited. So there are a few options here. There's lots of extra little bits that you can can clip on, like a hand with a map and stuff like that.
Shoulder pads. It's nice.
Is that what these are?
Yeah, that's what these are. Shoulder pads.
They're shoulder pads, so you can proper beefy shoulders. And the detail on it is good. The assembly doesn't look terrible.
Yeah.
Like a good chunk of it is easy, both arms, but some of it you're going to have to do a little bit of work connecting arms to guns and things.
I kind of see what you mean. With the exception of this sort of 1x2 inch corner down here, most of the rest of this is quite an efficient sprue for the options of the unit. Yeah. There's not loads of it. There's not a hand with a chicken on it or something, is there? Like
right. And so that's like, as a point of comparison. I think compared to a Warlord sprue that I'd seen 3 years ago, this is a really good sprue. I think this is a good sprue, that these models have got the right balance of ones that are easy and quick to build, and then the one or two in the unit where you need to pay a bit more time. This one's a Sergeant, whatever.
Yeah.
Compared to the veteran sprues that we've been looking at recently from the Warlord, I don't think these are as... Like, we just unboxed the Russian veterans, and there was just so much more. Even though it was the same, there was a lot more.
It's more characterful.
That's the word I'm looking for. This is more like traditional options. These are applique bits. You can stick an extra bit of equipment on this guy's backside.
Definitely.
That he's carrying around. You know,
but it will be a war gear option, though. They have a rocket launcher, so they have a rocket on their belt.
Right.
Yeah, they're not carrying a sack over
there isn't a guy carrying a chicken. It is kind of way.
Yeah.
And because these units are pretty unique, we probably can't borrow hands from or arms from other sprues elsewhere in the army.
Yeah, maybe.
With which to do that. There is, looking at this, there is nothing about this that says, you could just go out and buy the US Airborne Infantry sprue and just use the hands from that.
Yeah.
There's nobody sort of with a hatchet or a tomahawk or something that's just purely decorative within the unit. I'm not dissing it, and I think it's a nice, well put together sprue. I guess we've just seen some really, really good stuff come out of Warlord recently.
We've been a bit spoiled by the character stuff. Yeah,
because they have done important things. They have numbered everything. They've taken that lesson to heart. You've got a proper instruction booklet, not just a sheet with a silhouette of the sprue telling you how it goes together. If you really don't want your because these are like paratrooper type guys, aren't they? If you don't like the look of them all standing on these rocks being higher up, you can completely ignore those legs and you don't lose anything. So there's a lot of things that I'm really positive about this, and that aesthetic. I think you need to see the painted models for that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very much more. The American Army has almost got a bit of a football team kind of thing going on. That sort of Americana.
Yeah. The way they've painted it as well. So the shoulder pads have got the stars and stripes on them. Like, it's a whole
and just
thing.
the shoulder pad, it looks like sports equipment rather than military equipment, the shoulder pad. But it's good because I think that's the design aesthetic they're going for. I think it's a good look.
It's good.
And it feels like this is not World War II. This is Nazis in space. As opposed to World War II.
Which is the natural advancement of World War II.
If it just went on for a little bit longer, that's exactly what would have happened. So, and loads of heads. I think it's great in a lot of ways. I just what I'm comparing it to leaves me feeling, like you said, a little bit spoiled. So what's this next unit?
Should we have a look at the linebacker, or should we have a look at the Stahltruppen? Should we look at the troops?
Let's look at the troop. So we've got the German heavy infantry sprue.
Stahltruppen heavy infantry.
Stahltruppen.
Yeah.
Is it Stahl? So that's steel.
Yeah.
That's steel.
Steel troops.
Steel troops. These look like steel troops.
Is what it is.
They've got Stahl helms, in fact.
Yeah.
So,
got a hell of a lot of options on this sprue, but no, I don't know if there's.
I don't know whether options is the word.
No.
I don't know whether options is the word.
There's a lot of different weapon options for the unit.
Yes, there's some really interesting things on there. I think we'd mentioned the Panzerbuch.
Yeah.
The 2.8 centimeter. The underslung MG42s there. This is, what were they calling it? This is the assault rifle, but it's got a
STG-44.
Z. The Z makes it.
According to the US troops, the Z.
Oh, indeed. According to the US troops,
STG-44Z.
which is just basically two STG-44s by the
strapped
sellotape together with no stock.
Amazing.
Is what that seems to be, which probably does the business.
Yeah, I don't think you need one if your arms have actuators.
So there was a cylinder grenade launcher we saw in the instructions.
Yeah. Which in these...
Those are so that's the...
This refers to as an anti-tank grenade.
An anti-tank grenade.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm guessing that the cylinder and the launcher are separate.
It's up by the mouth.
Here's your launcher, and then here's your cylinders to attach to.
So that's a shoulder-mounted launcher. It's one of the... You can either have a Panzerfaust or you can have one of these.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it's kind of like the modern 40mm grenade, the underslung
the blooper.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
No, the M79 from Vietnam was called a blooper because it went bloop when it fired. Anyway.
Right. So firing rifle grenades from cops was pretty widespread at the beginning of the war. And you see the numbers produced on this. The Germans produced hundreds of thousands of them.
Yeah, you said this before.
They must have been, out of use at some point. Or it was just a contract that nobody got around to stopping.
They were at least confident.
Yeah. At some point somebody said, 100,000 doesn't feel like too many.
No.
And that's also about the scale of the war. But then you start reading accounts of like Monte Cassino in Italy and those later battles. It's not uncommon. The Germans have developed something which I think we call a grenade pistol.
Right.
So I assume that that's a bit more like a flare gun that fires a single grenade. But they definitely have read accounts of British troops being like, we didn't like getting that close to them because then they started with these bloody things.
Blooping at us.
Yeah. So the idea of that kind of fireable grenade was definitely being developed during the war.
Yeah.
So something like this, which is like a rotary.
It's a drum fed. It's a revolver.
Yeah.
Grenade.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is cool.
So something like this isn't terribly far away.
Yeah.
Although I think in a World War II setting, it'd feel more accurate if they more like the Nebelwerfer. If they were all independently, the cylinder didn't turn. They were just in 6 cylinders or whatever. Anyway. But yeah, there's even a guy with a knife here. So you guys are going to look different.
Definitely.
But they are, and the legs are not, the intervals between the legs, there looks to be, there's at least 4 patterns. I'm not sure if this is a mirror image. But they're not identical. They actually have got 5 different leg patterns. The torsos look like they are all the same. So they're clasped together in 2 halves. You slop a head in there.
Yeah, stick some arms on.
Most of you guys are in the Stahlhelm with breathing equipment, so they're just like a pair of beady eyes peering over the rim.
Even the guy with the bear head has had his eyes replaced with whatever the eyes are from the Stahlhelm. He's got a pair of like lenses for eyes rather than regular eyes.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
That's not just the way that the thing is sculpted.
This one's got a full-on bionic eye.
That one's
so there
got.
must be another one.
He's like the original Warhammer Sergeant, though,
Yeah,
isn't he?
definitely.
Like bald guy, bionic eye.
Yeah. So I think he's got a regular eye and a bionic eye, and this guy's got 2 lens eyes.
2 lens eyes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Even he's even got an aerial in his head. But
In his head? Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Mate.
So they really are
Just
SEAL
gonna
troops.
get given up for the fatherland, you know. I'm going to give up the use of my head.
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, all right. You go.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah.
brother.
So, like the fact that they're totally different. You know, you talk sometimes about asymmetry. You don't get more asymmetrical than I've got heavy infantry, you've got light infantry.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the game mechanics mean that that's not a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good segue because it looks like they've got a slightly lighter tank and a slightly heavier tank on the other side.
Very nice. And this being Konflikt 47 rather than World War II, they're not tanks.
They've got to be walkers.
A lot of the tanks for this game were the Warlord plastic kits with a lump of resin to replace the turret with something a little bit dildoid looking. These walkers move you into a different category altogether.
Definitely.
And the Würgelspinner,
Shall we go for Würgelspinner?
I mean, I love that it's a spider.
Yeah.
I just like evil, spider, spider
be.
equals evil.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Whereas yours is called the linebacker.
It's a linebacker
That's
jump walker.
All-American hero, right? Okay. And we're not going to build this before your very eyes, but we are going to have a look at it. Because there's a few too many pieces for that.
I'll open the other one up while we're at
It
it.
doesn't look terrible.
Not really. The legs look quite simple. They could be much
Considering
more
considering there are loads of them.
Yeah.
So that sprue, this sprue is just clearly bits of the actual fighting compartment of it.
Yeah.
So that clearly is simple. It's so interesting. It's open topped. Nope, it's got a turret, right? Okay, yeah. So this isn't your classic sort of tank sprue where you have a canoe that you put the upper surface and then the tracks on. You're going to build that canoe from these cheek pieces here.
Yeah.
And until you've got that around this, one of these. I'm looking for the floor piece.
I don't have it here.
This.
This one? Oh, this
That's
one.
where the legs connect to, yeah. So these 2 pieces connect into this piece, which is got the circular divots for the legs. Then you've got the canoe, and then you've got that kind of shape. You're like, all right, and everything else just sticks to that.
It's quite a complicated geometric shape compared to a lot of stuff. But I guess it needs to represent most of the shape of a tank, rather than normally where you have like the chassis of the tank and then the turret on top. This is both.
Yes.
It looks quite like the turret on an M10 or something. Like it's got that kind of like the later all sorts of different shapes thing going on.
I think the thing is that the body of the vehicle is shaped a bit like a turret, and then it's got a little turret on top of that.
Yeah, it's got a turret on the turret.
Yes, yes. But the bit that could be awful and isn't is the legs. So this is a spider.
It's just 2-piece legs for all of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm ashamed to say it appears to have 6 legs.
Yeah. You're right.
which is a problem.
I did actually count the number of circular divots in here and thought, I'm still calling it a spider.
Yeah.
Even though it's got 6 legs.
This is a 2 out of 10 from me. I think they could have done
It doesn't say spider.
Well, more correctly, this is a 6 out of 8 from me.
6 out of 8.
Definitely could have done better.
Should have been a spider.
That's fine.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda.
It's not a spinner anymore.
Just,
How does it spin?
why is it not a spider? It clearly looks like a spider.
It's not spinny enough.
It looks like a spider, but it doesn't have 8 legs.
It's absolutely
It's
lovely.
not
I
a
look forward to
spider.
seeing one put together. It's a really cool model.
Yeah. So those legs, can I just have a quick
Yeah.
butchers? So yeah, they've got circular connectors, so these literally just plug in there.
Are they keyed?
Very nice. Yeah, this is the keying to that.
Yeah.
That piece. The whole thing's a lot smaller than you think because the legs give up so much of the size. The actual base hull, that's the length of it.
Yeah. It's not
And there's
very
a
big at all.
turret here.
Which is why it's a nice little light tank for the heavy infantry, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's not a spider. I'm heartbroken.
A little bit. The reason I was asking for the keying on the legs.
Was you wondering if you could buy another one and have an 8-legged version?
No, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, does it fix meaningfully in any way in a specific position, or are all of the legs loosey-goosey? Because it wants them to be vertical, right? So that they're all the same.
I think for stability, you're going to need to have most of the legs on the ground.
Yes, you will. And this doesn't give you a way to do that without you having to eye it up every time. Because it's just a ball joint.
Oh, I see.
It's just a ball and socket. So you're almost needing to like do 4 legs at the same time in order to make sure that all of it sits correctly, and then putting the last legs on. Because otherwise you're going to end up with
let's just
all
look
over
at that
the
again.
place.
I think you're right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does look like it's just ball joints, and it does. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look like it's very well connected ball joints either. It's only like a quarter of the ball that ends up connected to the body. So that could be a construction issue.
Yes.
Not an issue. It could be a construction difficulty that one might have while putting one of these together. If it was just like
especially
pins.
because the nature of the vehicle. You're going to want to glue the legs upside down.
One of them, aren't you?
You're going to have to do it upside down.
Yeah, but
otherwise, I know. But if you do it the other way, then the belly of the beast is on the ground.
Yeah, true.
If you glue it right ways up, gravity is going to. Right. So what you need to do.
Super glue 4 of the legs. Plastic glue 2 of them.
No, is you need to let gravity work for you.
Yeah.
You need to mount it on something of the appropriate height.
Yeah.
So you're resting the body there, and when you glue the legs to it, they're actually touching the ground, and then gravity is working with you rather than against you. Yeah. Just thinking, I'm glad we had this conversation because I'm going to build this later, I think. The father's only got 6 legs. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm off it a little bit.
Still a 6 out of 8 from me.
6 out of 8 is a respectable score.
It's a respectable number. Yeah.
I think that's going to work.
I think it'll be fine.
I think that's going to work. Yeah. I was really worried about gluing it upside down and the legs all just peeling away. Gluing it with its belly on the floor means its belly is on the floor when the glues are right. No, you just need to raise the belly a bit because it's got a flat surface.
Yes.
Which is critical. The underside of it is flat enough that the legs will dry in position.
Yeah. Having to find a solution for someone's construction kit in the year of our Lord 2025 is not perfect, but it does mean that I would, most of the time, I'd hope for a ball joint so that I could adjust things, but most of the time I'm not trying to stick 6 things at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking, seeing whether it's giving you any advice on that, and it's not.
No, it just says glue all the legs on.
It says glue all the legs on.
Yeah.
It's also advising you to glue other things afterwards. I would say not. I would completely finish the cabin, because once those legs are on, I don't want to be handling this thing.
Not too much, no.
Because then it's going to start falling off.
So it has 2 different options for guns. It has a flamethrower and a coaxial light autocannon. So you can take one of them for the turret, right?
Option if using the flamethrower. Option if using the light item with coax light.
Or is it? The turret's always the same.
Or twin light autocannon. Or using
Maschinenschwerer. Whatever the hell that is. It looks lasery.
Is that? Well, Schwerer is heavy and I think is machine.
Yeah, heavy machine.
If you're using heavy machine, there's no other word.
Heavy machinery.
I don't know.
Skip forward, have a look. Have a look.
What?
So we've got the built-in thing. We're looking for the turret, I think. So it's got a twin...
Machine Schwerer.
Yeah. So it's got either a future gun,
Yeah.
or a twin light autocannon, or a flamethrower turret, or a turret. Is this the turret on the turret?
No, so now look. Yeah, this is the turret,
Yeah.
as opposed to the
built-in.
the body. Yeah.
Okay. So there's 2 options of the top gun and 2 options of the body gun. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, they have quite a lot of different weapons in
Yeah.
this, but none of them are heavy anti-tank weapons.
No, the Maschinenschwerer seems to be the laser gun.
Is that what that is?
Maschinenschwerer laser gun. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's an insect, not an arachnid,
Yeah.
but it looks like an arachnid.
It does.
That'll do. That'll
Come on,
do,
let's
babe.
move on,
That'll
let's
do. Let's move on.
Okay.
Well, I still like it.
Me too. It's very cool. It's very aesthetic.
But this is where you start to see the big differences in design aesthetic, because that looks like someone took a half track, pulled down wheels off, and stuck spider legs on it, and couldn't count up to 8. That's what that one looked like. Whereas the American one, very different design.
That's fine, though. If them sexy, yeah, good enough.
Yeah.
Cool.
This one, it's called a linebacker.
A linebacker.
So again, it's kind of getting into that football. This looks more like something out of Battletech.
It very, 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 very much does. Yeah. Notably, it is a jump walker.
Is it jump capable?
Jump walker.
Oh, so it works with...
It drops with them.
It drops with those hombres.
It says it on the front cover. The linebacker jump walker drops into the thick of action. Yeah. So this is going to be a heavier vehicle.
It definitely...
Yeah.
There's 3 sprues rather than 2.
It's definitely a jump because it's got giant springs on its feet.
Oh, bouncy springs.
Yeah, that'll absorb all of it. Nice.
So to what extent are those legs assemble? Yeah, there's a bit of leg assembly
There
going
is
on
definitely
here,
leg
isn't there?
assembly. And it, again, looks like it's in a very fixed position. Very fixed. Because once you've put together... you won't be able to see that from there, but once you've put together the leg, it's in a very specific position with the pistons fixed in place.
Right.
So that if you aren't big on that, it looking like that exactly, you probably can't really build it any other way. And I don't really like that leg position. I'm a stretchy man. Like, I like things lunging and action.
So this one's legs are pretty much in line, like standing up straight.
There might be something to the ball joint on the ankles and the
here
waist. Yeah, there's a ball joint there.
So the feet, but that's just the feet. If the feet are not in line, that just looks weird.
But what if is it a ball joint on the waist as well? Yeah, it's just a ball joint on the waist. So you probably can do a bit of a walking pose, but not much of one.
Because you can't really spread the legs.
No, you probably can't anyway. It's not that big a base. However...
So design-wise, it's quite interesting because like this sprue basically builds your legs by the looks of things, quite a bit of it, and they're a lot of the model. So then you have this, these 2 triangular pieces which make up the cockpit.
I was like thinking it's always more of a cockpit than it is.
It's definitely a cockpit. It's definitely a cockpit.
Yeah, with a clear canopy.
Yes, there was a clear canopy piece in here,
with a pilot.
Yeah, so there's definitely more pieces to go on this. I understand your kind of feelings about like the points of articulation mean you kind of stuck with the legs in one position. I don't know. Well, I'd say 2 things about that. I think those kind of things really start to matter when you're going to have lots of the same model in a force. I'm not sure that this is a game where you have lots of the same model.
Okay.
And B, it's a sci-fi game where the American army seems to be leaning into its Americana. So I think you can have lots of different permutations covered in stars and stripes all over the place that make 2 or 3 of them look quite radically different from one another. This has gone for the kind of grungy in battle one, but it's clearly part of the design aesthetic. It wouldn't be wrong for this to be, blue and red.
Red with white stripe down the middle of it.
Yeah, a mohawk mech or whatever.
I think it would be greatly improved by that colour scheme.
I think if I was playing this force in that sort of science fiction setting, because you're saying,
lots of gun options again, quite a few.
Yeah.
Heavy machine guns, some kind of PTRD thing, or Tesla cannons. Very fun. Nice.
Yeah.
Super bazooka.
Super
Is what
bazooka.
that thing is called a super bazooka.
A super bazooka. Is it like a bazooka?
But super.
But super.
Yeah. I think they missed on bazooka.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. So if you don't you don't require the clear plastic canopy. There is the kind of metal frame behind framing the glass. If you're, because I have a problem with these perspex, these clear plastic things in models. I find they look weird with painted models.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. You need to matte varnish them in order for them to look right. Yeah.
And the problem with matte varnish is it loves dust.
Yeah, and it loves making clear things
And
not
it
so
loves
clear anymore.
making clear things murky. So on balance, I tend not to use these things.
Or put them in and then I paint them.
Put it in and paint it.
Yeah.
Put it in and paint it black, so you don't have to paint the guy inside.
That's the one.
It's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
But again, so there definitely are. This is definitely the most complicated of the kits that we've looked at today. We've got piece numbers going up into the 30s.
There's some 40s here.
There's some 40s.
Yeah.
There's kind of getting up towards 50 pieces. A good chunk of them are gun options you won't use, I recognise. But it's certainly like the core model is 30 pieces.
Yeah.
Which you're going to have to use. But given the type of model it is trying to create, I think it's very difficult to do that in a smaller number of pieces.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, I've seen some like Dreadnought type models that are in the sort of 50, and they did that easy build one, was like 15, 20 pieces, which isn't a lot more than less, a lot less than this. So I think they've done a reasonable job of that. And one of the consequences of that is posability, as you talked about.
Yeah.
Having built the Adeptus Titanicus models, which have got a higher level of posability and not a lot, they have a hugely higher parts count.
Yeah.
So it's kind of horses for courses.
Yeah.
But am I delighted that a model like this exists in plastic rather than resin?
Every time. Every time, baby.
Every time, baby. So in terms of an inclusion in the starter box, it's nice. None of these things really feel World War II.
No, they don't.
This is not take your bolt action army and take a sergeant upgrade.
Yeah.
This isn't that game.
Yeah, which the previous edition of Konflikt 47 did feel like.
It felt like it certainly could feel
take your
like
bolt
that.
action army with a tank that's different and an extra elite unit that's different.
Yeah.
Whereas this is you're starting the game with nothing.
With nothing from bolt action, no reference or anything from bolt. Well, other than the pin markers.
Yeah.
There is one last piece we'll just quickly have a look at. This is the Firefly and Stahltruppen figures. Yeah. So these are the heroes, presumably, or the generals, or whatever the term is.
Which are Psyocast?
Oh. These are Psyocast.
That's a good looking Psyocast model. That's an especially good looking Psyocast model. Wow. He's got his STG-44Z and a fist that's doing this. He's powerful in.
Captain Fister?
He's powerful in.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's got a horrendously scarred face. which is lovely. And I can tell that on this model.
Right.
It's a Cyocast model.
that says
and I'm
a lot.
looking at it, and I can see that he's got like a half smile, like his head is scarred up there.
There's a thing. The scar. The Nazi officer with the
thing.
Yeah, they had a bit of a thing about it. Otto Skorzeny's got an especially bad one. Is if they got scarred in fencing, in the officers' training schools or whatever, they would like pack the wound with things to exacerbate it, so that they had these really pronounced dueling scars. Yeah, it was a bit of a kind of strange fashion, I guess.
Yeah.
So having a scar on your face, a sword cut, as a German commander.
Because they didn't go with the full fencing mask, did they? You normally wear a fencing mesh.
Yeah.
And in the old days, no, they had like goggles.
Yeah.
And the rest of their face was the only thing on their whole body that wasn't
you're
armoured.
proving that you're like committed, right? Like, look, I got this wound doing that for real.
Yeah, fighting with my mate.
Fighting with my mate. So the Firefly guy he's okay.
Yeah. I'll swap you.
He's not particularly remarkable compared to the other guys.
Not really.
He probably
He's got the flight jacket.
He's posed slightly differently, I guess. Whereas this guy, the Stahltruppen guy,
very distinct. He's got a great coat over his thing.
They've given him a great coat that he's almost wearing like a frock coat. A cape, sorry. Yeah. He's got a really good face.
Yeah. To me, this model would be quite distinct because I wouldn't build that kit with the rocks.
So he would look different to all the others.
Because he's on a rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the only thing that's different is he's got the M52 flight jacket thing. Like he's got the puffy.
Right. And he's got a
flight jacket.
covered helmet cover, hasn't he?
He's got goggles on his helmet. But otherwise, he's a very similar model to the unit.
Right.
He's got a different jacket on.
But he's got a different jacket on.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy is a slightly different pose. They've given him this, as I say, he's wearing this great coat over the top of it. He's got a cracking face that looks very much like a Nazi officer.
It really does.
And he's doing the Captain Fisto thing.
He's got the fist.
He's got that.
Look out! Look out! He's
Coming
got the fist.
to fist you with my mighty large hand.
Mein Stielfist.
Mein Stahlfist. Ich kommt. We're actually not finished.
Put the models away. The scenery's here.
The scenery is here. Look, this is a banging inclusion in the set.
No complaints.
This is some modular scenery from which you can make the corners of derelict buildings. You get 4 corners of a derelict building and you've got a big footprint of a derelict building.
Yep.
Boom. They've given a couple of this. It's nice. So you could definitely use this as North European housing. I don't think it's compatible with their other Ruined Hamlet kit, just because of the shape and size. It might be, but I don't think so.
There's 2 bits here which I think aren't compatible with that.
You're right, I was getting to that. There's a couple of sci-fi elements.
But you can leave them off.
There's this panel here.
Yeah.
And there's something with buttons over here. There's a couple of bits that you can stick onto these. The other Ruined Hamlet that comes with a lot of their sets, it isn't like set in World War II. It's used, they came with the Napoleonic kits and all sorts. It's just Europe from whatever date. Whereas this is very much about saying this is this particular setting. So you've got bullet holes in these. There's lots of bullet holes on these. So you can really go to town with your little dabbing everything black. Which is quite nice. I think this is nice because, again, it's a starter set. I think every starter set should come with a bit of scenery. And I think what the scenery in a starter set should do is, because I think scenery is the weakest part of most people's collections. So I think what it should do is A, build up your scenery collection in a way that could be used potentially for other things, but B, ideally, the best situation is it's a bit of scenery that really puts you in that setting that's particularly fitting to it. And Ruined Buildings is one side of that playmat. And this is supposed to be World War II went on and got worse. So, yeah, the world is ruined.
Yeah, these are even more ruined than the previously
More
available
ruined.
ruined building.
Absolutely. And with 4 sprues of it, you can get yourself a decent amount to get you going. I think it's a nice little sprue.
I think between this and that ruined Hamlet building, you probably got enough for a starter game on that map. And even with just this, you can get away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just they've obviously benefited from knowing what they can do with that other sprue. Yeah, but the walls are not as thick on this, for example, as the other one.
No.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't work. But it's similar design keys. Really nice inclusion. As a start set, then, James, what are we saying?
It's got 2 units and 2 tanks and 4 buildings. And I think that's enough to start the game.
It absolutely is.
I don't think there's anything missing in here except maybe tape measures.
Give you a baggy. Yes, I
That's
guess.
the only thing that's missing. And I don't
It's
care.
not on the side of the box topper, is it? Because sometimes they put a cardboard ruler on the side of something.
So there's this, but I don't think that's a ruler.
That's not it.
No, it's got logos. No.
I mean, I think you're not trying if you're not going to get hold of a ruler.
If you don't have 2 30-centimetre rulers in your house.
Well, I don't know whether I don't think we can help you. And how are you watching this video? Look, I think it's good.
Yeah,
They're putting their money. They've got Andy Chambers working on the rules. It's becoming its own thing.
Definitely.
I think that these new sprues are great. Nazi tanks with 6 spider legs instead of 8. I'm in.
Yep.
Where do you stand on this, James?
Exactly the same place. I think it's important, not that we now care about Konflikt 47, but they do.
Right.
They clearly seem to care
That's
about
what this tells
this all
me.
represents, yeah.
This they could have easily just put that ruined Hamlet sprue in there.
Yep.
They've made one, it says Konflikt 47 on the sprue. They're putting money and development energy, branding effort. They're going to develop this product as its own game, which is not bolt action with a few different bits. It's going to be its own thing. With bolt action under the bonnet, but you know what? Under the bonnet, that's a decent game. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I hope this was useful for you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. If you enjoyed what you'd seen, why don't you come check us out on modelingforadvantage.co.uk. There's loads of different ways you can support the channel over there, including merch, that kind of stuff.